Now we have section 4, Pope Gregory versus King Henry IV. And our questions are A, how did Pope Gregory reform the Catholic Church? B, what was the conflict between Pope Gregory and King Henry IV? C, what church powers did Pope Gregory use against Henry to exert power over him? And D, why did the king seek forgiveness from the Pope? What did he fear? Oh, there's another. E, how did their interaction in Canossa also lead the Pope to appearing to have more power? Okay. Popes and kings. Which one had more power during the Middle Ages? Pope Gregory VII and King Henry IV. Conflicts between the medieval Christian Church, led by the Pope, and nations, ruled by kings, occurred throughout the Middle Ages. One great clash between a pope and a king took place between Pope Gregory VII and King Henry IV of the Holy Roman Empire. Henry was very young when he became king. As early as the age of 15, Henry moved to increase his power over the clergy in the Holy Roman Empire. Eventually, Henry's actions brought him into conflict with Pope Henry VII, who was one of the great leaders of the medieval church. Pope Gregory was both devout and clever. He worked to bring spiritual reform to the church by increasing the power and authority of the popes. Gregory believed that the church was the supreme authority on earth. He felt that the rulers are ordinary people alike were all subject to the will of the church and its pope. He did not hesitate to use the terrible punishment of excommunication as a way to resolve conflicts of church and state. The conflict between Henry IV and Gregory VII concerned the question of who got to appoint local church officials. Henry believed that, as king, he had the right to appoint the bishops of the German church. This was known as lay investiture. Pope Gregory, on the other hand, angrily opposed this idea because he wanted the power for himself. He responded to the emperor's attempts to name new bishops by excommunicating Henry. In addition, Gregory used an interdict to release the emperor's subjects from their feudal obligations of loyalty to their leader. Fearing the rebellion of his vassals, Henry sought the Pope's mercy. During the harsh winter of 1077, Henry and his servants made a long and dangerous journey through the snowy mountain of northern Italy to meet the Pope. They met in a small town called Canossa, in the mountains of northern Italy. Then, when he arrived, the Pope made the humiliated Henry wait in the bitter cold for 3 days before finally agreeing to see him. Contemporary accounts report that when Henry was finally permitted to enter the gates, he walked barefoot through the snow and knelt at the feet of the Pope to beg forgiveness. As a result, the Pope revoked Henry's excommunication.